Hi, I'm Tay.
I'm Brock.
And in this video, Brock is going to talk about the Wi-Fi.
So the first thing I want to say about Wi-Fi and internet options in the trailer or in RV life or in van life is that, first of all, there's a lot of different options, and depending on how much you're willing to pay, some of those options can get really, really pricey and expensive. But some of those options also can be really advanced. So what I'm going to talk about in my setup is a advanced setup and definitely a little bit more expensive of a setup. But these technologies are constantly progressing. They're progressing at a really, really rapid pace. So by the time you're watching this video, maybe even a few months after this video was shared, there's probably going to be even better technologies and cheaper technologies, more affordable, more widespread applications, better coverage. I gotta say, a lot can be done with this thing right here. Your smartphone and the hotspot inside of it are really, really powerful. I'd say like 90% of my work, 90% of the things I need to do for my job or just for mobile living can be done right from my phone. Apps, websites, technology, all that stuff on your phone is really, really powerful. I usually only break out my laptop 2 or 3 days a week, and even that's just because some things are more convenient with a keyboard, but for the most part, a lot can be done right on your phone. And then, speaking of your smartphone, the hotspot that I use on my iPhone is really powerful as well. Yesterday, I was hotspotting from my iPhone, which basically means my iPhone is turning into its own little Wi-Fi hotspot. And then my laptop was connected to my phone, and it lasted me almost the entire day, and I was able to do everything I needed to do, answer emails, respond to things, buy things, surf the web, all of that good stuff on my laptop, just hotspotting off of my phone. And I wasn't in a super metropolitan area, I was in the middle of the woods. Now let's talk about the Weboost setup, and actually before I even get into explaining what that is, I'll show you where that is. This is where our Weboost lives. It plugs in right here to the wall socket, and then it lives inside what's kind of like our dog pantry. You can see here's the actual antenna. There's a bunch of other cords in there. Something to note though is that because it's plugged into the 12 volt and that's where it gets its power from, the Weboost only works when we are plugged into shore power. So if we're parked in a Walmart parking lot, if we're boondocking or anything like that, the Weboost basically doesn't have any function. So the Weboost amplifies your cell signal, and then this bad boy right here is my favorite thing in the entire trailer. What this does basically is takes your cell signal and turns it into a local private Wi-Fi network, just like you have in your home. So this is a mobile router. This is called the NetGear Nighthawk M5 Wi-Fi 6 mobile router. It's a mouthful, and it's quite expensive too. It's about $1,000 at the time of recording this. Depending on where you buy it from, I've seen it as cheap as about $700 online. But this bad boy coupled with the Weboost can be really powerful, because then instead of only having one bar, it can be amplified to 2 or 3 bars, and then this thing can turn those 2 or 3 bars into a local Wi-Fi network. It's really powerful. We've been able to live stream NFL games, college football games, while being on our laptops and on our phones at the same time, all connected to this. We leave this on almost all day, and it's paired with an AT&T SIM card, which is about $50 per month on the unlimited business plan. So that's what runs this little NetGear, but I absolutely love this thing. And for someone like myself who really relies on fast and reliable internet speeds on the road, this thing is a lifesaver. So if you're doing the math and keeping track altogether, the Weboost plus this mobile router is about $1,200 in total. That was like an upfront payment. And then we pay the $50 a month for the SIM card that's inside this thing. Yes, it is a little bit expensive. Yes, it might be overkill, but like I said, for someone like myself who really relies on fast and reliable internet speeds, a lot of my job is live streaming, where I am literally having to be broadcast to thousands of homes across the country. It's really, really important that I opted for the best and the fastest and the most reliable internet. And so this setup might be a little bit overkill, might be a little bit expensive, but it was worth it in my case. Let us know what questions you have about our Wi-Fi setup in the comments down below, and don't forget to consider subscribing. Plugs in permanently right there to that 12 volt, and then it is, oh. This thing came off.
What is that?
It's